It was 2:13 a.m., and I wish I had just ended my shift right there. My name is Jason Miller, and I've been driving for Uber in Los Angeles for about 3 years now. I mostly work late nights. You know, less traffic, better pay. And yeah, I've had my fair share of weird passengers, but nothing even comes close to what happened that night. It was lightly raining. The streets were almost empty. Just street lights, and the sound of rain hitting my windshield. I was about to call it a night when I got one last ride request. Pickup location, Old Pine Road. Time, 2:13 a.m. I hesitated for a second, but I accepted it anyway. Big mistake. As I got closer to the location, something felt off. There were no houses, no buildings, just an old broken road surrounded by trees. I checked the app again. The location was correct. And then I saw him, standing on the side of the road, wearing all black, head slightly down. I couldn't see his face clearly. Something about him didn't feel right, but I stopped anyway. He slowly walked up to the car, and without saying a word, got into the back seat. The moment he sat down, the temperature inside the car dropped, like suddenly freezing cold. I glanced at him through the rearview mirror, but his face was hidden in the shadows. Trying to keep things normal, I asked, "Where to?" There was silence for a few seconds. Then he said, "Just drive." His voice didn't sound normal. It was like two voices speaking at the same time. My hands tightened around the steering wheel, but I started driving. A few minutes passed in complete silence, and then I noticed something strange. The GPS wasn't showing anything. No route, no destination. I checked my phone again. The ride was still active, but the location was blank. That's when he spoke again. "You've been here before." A chill ran down my spine. I looked in the mirror again, and this time, I saw his face. My heart dropped, because it was me. Same face, same features, but his eyes, completely black. I immediately looked away. "That's not possible," I whispered to myself. I tried to slow down, but the car wouldn't respond. It was like I wasn't in control anymore. The speed kept increasing. Then suddenly, all the doors locked. The radio turned on by itself, and a voice started repeating, 213, 213, 213, over and over again. I started to panic. I slammed the brakes. Nothing. Didn't work. Behind me, I heard him laughing. Soft at first, then louder. And then he said, "Every night, someone picks me up, and they never come back." My hands went numb. I shouted, "What do you want?" Suddenly, everything went silent. The car stopped. I slowly turned around. The back seat was empty. He was gone, but the seat was wet, like someone had been sitting there in the rain. I quickly got out of the car and looked around. It was the same place, Old Pine Road, but this time, there was something else. A crashed car in the middle of the road. My heart started racing. I slowly walked toward it, and what I saw made my blood run cold. Inside the car was a body, a man sitting in the driver's seat, dead, his face covered in blood, but I could still recognize him. It was me, my body, my car, my license plate. I stumbled back, my legs shaking. Then I heard it again, right behind me. "Now it's your turn." I turned around, and he was standing there, right in front of me, looking exactly like me, but smiling, and his eyes completely black. Then everything went dark. Received a report. A car crash on Old Pine Road. A rideshare driver was found dead inside his vehicle. Time of death, 2:13 a.m. But the strangest part, his phone still showed an active ride, and the passenger name was Jason Miller. Me? Then who was sitting in my car that night?